Welcome to those just joining us. We'll just give it another few seconds before we really get into it. And just to introduce myself, my name is Corey Lupton, the founder of Blogger Memoir, and I will be hosting your webinar today, the Learn to Live Off Fashion Blogging webinar. Okay, so hopefully we're all here now because I'm just going to get into it because we've got quite a lot of things to cover today. So what is my goal for you guys today? And simply put, my goal for you guys is to have everything you need to start a wildly successful fashion blog right now. Not something that's going to take you 6 months, a year, 2 years to do. This is something that you can do right now and start living off your blog in under 42 days. I'm not even kidding. I have done this myself and I've taught many other bloggers to do this, as well as this is how all the big successful bloggers are blogging. And it doesn't even matter if nobody knows who you are. You can literally use the skills that you already have, and used properly, you're going to be able to very easily monetize your blog. You would be surprised how little views and subscribers you actually need to make a livable full-time income off blogging when done correctly. Seriously guys, this training is honestly the real deal. This is what I use, this is what all successful bloggers use. And today, completely for free, I'm going to show you the exact same strategies that I use that everyone else has used. So here's what we're going to cover today. We're going to talk about why fashion blogging is the best place to start right now, how it's a booming industry and you're leaving money on the table if you're not giving it a go. And I'm going to tell you the only 3 things you need to make 6 figures or even 7 figures as a fashion blogger. You would be surprised how easy it is, and it only takes 3 things. The next point is how to pick a niche, and I'm going to go over that one quite in detail because I get asked that question a lot. How to pick a niche, what niche is right for you, and which niches are easy to monetize. And I'm also going to show you how to get your first payday from social media alone, so you can start making money today, because I know a lot of us, we want to be able to live off of our passion and to just really give it our all and be able to do it every day. And then once we've got that locked in, I'm just going to show you guys, simply put, how to make the money. The math to making 100,000 and more a year blogging. No guesswork, nothing debatable, simple math, simple science, and you can be earning 100,000 as well. And if you guys stick with me until the end of this webinar, I'll give you guys all of these slides to download, so that way you've got them to reference later or to study back over. And I'll also give you any swipe files and templates and any other bits and pieces that I reference throughout this webinar. Sound good to you guys? Okay, so I hope you guys have a notepad and pen or anything else that you need ready, because it's going to start coming at you very quickly. So who is this webinar for? It's really for everyone. It's for the start-out bloggers who are really just looking to get into it and want to know where to go to make a big income online. It's for fashion bloggers who have been doing this for a wee while but who haven't quite cracked it. This is going to help you really get into the fashion blogging world and really make your passion a career. And it's also for people who are looking to quit their 9 to 5 and really take control of their life, their finances, and their career by starting a blog. And just some quick rules for the webinar today. In case it wasn't already obvious, this is not some get-rich-quick scheme. This is business methodology, applied very well, tried and tested. If you follow these steps, it will work. But this is not by any means a get-rich-quick scheme. And this will require work. You can't just click a button and make money. Anything like that, it just doesn't exist. And I would hope you guys know that. So this will take some work. But the people like me, the people like you, and the other successful bloggers who are willing to put in the work and follow these steps will succeed. The results are entirely up to you. We're experiencing one of the best transitions in the history of the world. We're the first generation to get the golden age of the internet. The internet has changed everything around us, and what it's doing to the job sector is absolutely crazy. Right now, over 53 million Americans are doing freelance work. That's over 34% of the US workforce, and that's expected to be over 50% before 2020. So what does that really mean? It just means that the full-time jobs that our parents grew up with, they're harder to find, and there's a lot less of them. People creating their jobs, people doing freelance work, people creating blogs, that is the future, and the statistics show it. So you need to get in now, and you need to learn how to do it correctly. Don't waste years and years and hundreds of thousands of dollars the way that I did, learning all of these things the hard way. Honestly, guys, the opportunity in blogging is huge, especially fashion blogging. And right now, Forbes is reporting that the blogging industry is worth over $100 billion a year. And it's expected to grow a lot more, as you can see. So if you guys want a piece of that, you really want to get in quick. And as you guys would know, a lot of our parents and a lot of the older generation aren't that great with the internet. So this 100 billion, this 183 billion in 2018, that's all going towards young people. So don't you want a part of it? And once you find out how easy it is to get it for you, I know that you will be. The internet has honestly broken down all traditional walls. Anyone can start a blog or a company from home. It takes little resources. A cell phone and a laptop will be more than enough. And you can even go down to an internet cafe if you really want to make it happen. You can literally get a hold of anyone through Facebook, Pinterest, Google for cents. Modern technology has made it so we can run a 6 to 7 figure blog from home without any staff, expenses, or even much time spent doing it, because once you find out the method to successful monetization, you will be surprised how easy it is to make money. And right now is the perfect time to start your own fashion blog or anything that's in consulting or blogging, because the online market is booming and the demand for these people are increasing. So I'll give you guys a quick story. So as I said before, my name is Corey Lupton and I'm a fashion blogger from Nelson, well, a little small town just out of Nelson called Motueka. I now live in Melbourne, Australia, and I've travelled all across America and, well, really all across the world, attending international fashion weeks and building a rather fun life for myself between travel and events and things like that. And I grew my blog from literally nothing to over $86,000 a month in less than 3 years' time. It took me a lot of trial and error until I learnt the formula, but once I've learnt the formula, it's easily repeatable and it always works. Because before I figured out how to do this, I had 2 failed companies. I'd quit my job, I'd dropped out of college. I had put everything into fashion and fashion blogging. I was living at home or I was in my car on the road. I had spent all the money I had and gotten the biggest amount of loans that I possibly could, upwards of $50,000-$60,000, and I had wasted it all with nothing to show for it. No sales, no nothing, no brand. I just didn't know what I was doing. Everyone was telling me to get a job, but I didn't quite want to give it in. I knew that I was close and I knew that there had to be a method. I knew that all these successful bloggers had to have something in common, and they did. So once I began to, see what that was and learn about it, I was able to implement it in my own blog and become wildly successful overnight. Imagine yourself only 3 years from now. Imagine if you were earning that amount of money in only 3 years. Now what's even better is you can be earning it in a lot quicker than 3 years with the right advice and the right direction and the right steps. Why spend 3 to 6 to 10 years and all the money and all the heartache learning these lessons when I want to give them to you? I want to stop you from having to go through what I went through. I almost ruined my life learning the lessons that I've learned, and now I want to pass them on to you so you can live your dream. And it's not even just my results, it's hundreds of other bloggers, it's hundreds of other bloggers that I have taught, it's all the successful bloggers. They're all achieving these results all across the world. So why blogging? Why use the internet to make money? Well, one of my favourite stories is that one day John Lennon's wife was looking at their yard and mentioned that she wanted a swimming pool. So John said, okay, let's get one. When John's wife responded asking, how are we going to do that? John said, I'll write us one. And that's a bit of an interesting one because obviously he can't write them a pool. But because of his craft, he'll never go hungry. He'll always be able to provide in the way that he needs. And that's similar to having a viable blog. Having a viable blog is one of the most valuable assets you can really have because it means that you'll never go hungry. It means that, like John Lennon, you will be able to get that pool. You will be able to achieve your wildest dreams. You'll always have something to leverage to earn an income. You'll never have to worry again. Just like John Lennon had writing songs, you can have blogging as your way to get anything that you want in life. Finally, stop worrying about where your next check is going to come from. You don't have to save anymore. You don't have to budget every single week and know how much you can put away. You can obtain things. You can obtain your perfect lifestyle by just creating a successful fashion blog. And you can start immediately with just a cell phone or a laptop. You don't have to spend years and years building up goodwill, word of mouth, anything like that. You can have high profit margins from day one. You can work from anywhere. It's a huge confidence booster, obviously, getting the views and the followers and the easy income coming in. But it's the freedom that comes with this career that I really want you guys to have. It's doing it right that I really want you guys to do. Because when done right, you can be earning a full-time income in just a couple of weeks. And I hear a lot of you guys say, but I'm not cut out for blogging. Well, everyone can be a blogger, and everyone can be a successful blogger. A lot of misconceptions people have are that you need to study or have been in a certain lifestyle, or you need a camera and all the toys that come with it, and that you need to know brands to make your income, and that couldn't be more incorrect. You don't need any of that. Once again, it's surprisingly easy when you follow the math and you follow simple business strategy. So, now that I've been talking about it for a while, what are the only 3 things you need to build your blog? You need a niche and an offer. So you need to have a particular targeted part of the market or a specific customer and something that would appeal to them. You need a monetization system. So you need to have something in place to turn those views into an income. And you need to have a sales process to convert those viewers into income. It may sound a little bit much at the moment, but you'll find very shortly that it's actually very easy. So step 1, picking your niche and your offer. Why pick a niche? Well, simply, specialists earn more money, they get more respect, and they have a lot more fun. Think about it. If you were going to go have surgery, potentially on your brain, would you rather a general doctor or a brain surgeon? Exactly, you'd rather the brain surgeon. So your marketing is more powerful, conversations are more meaningful, and it's much easier to get clients when you know exactly who you should be talking to. You don't have to waste your time talking to people who aren't interested in your exact service or your exact monetization method. It's about weeding out the people that we don't need and only targeting the ones that we do want. And it's very hard to be the best in the world at a range of things, but it's surprisingly easy to be the best at something very specific. And the big money in blogging or any business is when you become the king of your mountain. That's when you become an authority. You've honed in on your niche and you really offer what the viewers or what the people searching for that content want. So you need to define your mountain, climb to the top of it, and then defend it. And when you become the king of your mountain, people will come to you instead of you chasing them. Normal generalist bloggers are no longer competition and they do not stand a chance. Think about it. If you were doing menswear reviews, would a menswear brand rather you or a generic fashion blog? They would much rather the specialist. And prospects will literally beg you to work with them at any price and you get to pick and choose. It definitely pays to have a very solid niche and hone in on exactly that. Don't spread yourself too thin. It's one of the biggest mistakes I see bloggers make. And then you need to research the market's problems, needs, and desires, because they're looking not for a product, but they're looking for a solution to their problem. So once you know your viewer, your industry, and what skills you can offer them, you need to look at their problems, their pains, and their desires. You need to be creating content and a monetization method that directly addresses their problems, pains, and desires. So think about it for yourself. You may be searching how to do something. That's because you have the desire to have the outcome from that. So that is obviously the type of content that you're looking for, and any monetization method that could speed that process along of you making it to the end result would probably be very tempting to purchase. To do this, you're definitely going to need to do some research and be able to accurately write a day in your prospect or ideal viewer's diary. You need to know them inside and out, and I have a couple of worksheets that I will send after this to help you guys out with that. But there's also an exercise I like to complete for researching any niche, and let's take a quick look at it now. So we need to get all the information on the niche and the viewer, and we can start by identifying the top 10 blogs using a tool like BuzzSumo or just a good old-fashioned Google search. We need to check out what are the most popular blogs on these posts. We need to see what are the most popular posts on these blogs so we can see what our ideal viewer is looking for and what they want the most. We need to see who the top influencers in this niche are and what are they saying. We need to really invest ourselves in our viewers' mindset. We need to find out their pain points, their weaknesses, where they hang out, what they like. This is the most important step. Having a very clear idea of who you're making your content for is the most important step of blogging. And by doing this alone, you've selected a niche, you've discovered their pains, desires, you've learnt their language, and right there, you're light years ahead of most bloggers. You're years ahead of what it took me to learn this. If you simply create content, and if your monetization method, if it is all geared towards fixing the problem that your viewer is searching for, fixing their pain points, then you will receive views and you will receive an income. So what I'm about to share with you now is the same strategy that I use to monetize my blog with predictability. So my monetization system, I'm just going to quickly go over this one because I've done many different ways And the most common ways with fashion blogging and the most lucrative ways are affiliate sales, products, and informational services. As you can see, this is an informational service. I've also sold product, and I have also done affiliate sales. Affiliate sales are very good, and I would recommend checking out Reward Style, as they are the best fashion affiliate partner that I am aware of. Once you've locked in your niche and offer, you'll start to see that your viewers want what you're offering. So you need to have a solid monetization system set in stone so you can capitalize on the people wanting a service or a product from you. So if you were doing fashion reviews, then you might offer an affiliate link for the product that you are reviewing, and you might earn 10% per sale. Now imagine if you're getting 1,000 views and you're only converting at 1% of that 1,000 views. You're still getting 10 sales and 10% of that. So from one video, you can still easily earn over $100 for 1,000 views, when you could have only earned $1 if you went the AdSense route. But once you've really nailed in what your ideal viewer wants, we're actually able to start incorporating ads on Facebook and on Google, and this is where it becomes really exciting, because once we've locked in a certain strategy where we have a certain path that our viewers go down that monetizes them, if we're able to spend $1 on an ad to acquire a customer that's worth $2, we're making 100% profit, and we can literally we can just put in money and out comes more money. So once we've done this initial setup and we've created content that is ideal for what the viewer and customer wants, and we've offered a monetization method that helps them to solve their problem, we'll be making money very easily, but then we can incorporate ads so that we can generate predictable income very easily. And I go over this a lot more in the full 42-day course, as this is the most intricate part of a successful blog. This is the part that can make bloggers generate tens of thousands of dollars per week within months of starting, which is why you need, obviously, lastly, a great sales process to convert viewers to customers. And that's just following what we've been talking about. That's just following what they're looking for. What are their needs, desires, pain points? It's getting inside their head and thinking what they want, and then it's offering a monetization strategy that pushes them along that path and helps them to get their end goal that they're desiring. A lot of blogs fail very badly at this. A lot of them don't even have a monetization strategy, and if they do, most will never have a sales process to convert or to bring back, potential customers who have left, which is leaving thousands of dollars on the table, and we should definitely not be doing that. So we need to be thinking about automated email sequences, because these return the highest amount of income per spend compared to anything. Emails generate about $1 return per email sent, and you're able to target someone repetitively over and over whether or not they've purchased something from you. So having a process to get their contact information and to follow them up, so say if they've bought something off you, to follow them up with maybe something similar that they may want next, or if they didn't purchase something, to think about why that happened and to offer them something that may be more suited to their pain points. So as you can see, it starts to get a little bit complicated, but I'll go over this much more in the 42-day course with full examples and scripts you guys can use and copy for yourself. So now you basically have two options. You can go at it alone, try and build your fashion blog like I did. You can spend tens of thousands, probably even hundreds of thousands figuring this stuff out. You'll get frustrated. You'll waste 3 to 10 years of your life, because I know I did. And all for what? all for nothing. And all for what? All for not wanting to give this a chance? Or you could learn the proven system from someone who's actually done it and mastered it and is one of the best at it. Which leads me to the Blogger Memoir Intensive course. This is our 42-day intensive course. This is our flagship course. Over 95% of graduates will live off their blog within the 42 days. And if you don't, not only will you get a full refund, I actually will give you $100 for wasting your time. So there is actually no risk in trying this whatsoever. The only risk is to not try it. And this is a 6-week online course, and it goes into everything in detail. Everything we've talked about here today and a whole lot more. Everything goes in full detail. There's recorded videos, lectures, templates, swipe files. Everything is written for you so you can shortcut your success by years and you can get what's working right now. So here's what we cover in the course. In week 1, we have an introduction to fashion blogging. In week 2, we go over picking your niche. Week 3, creating successful content. Week 4, we implement a monetization method. Week 5, we'll be setting up your income earning machine. And in week 6, we'll be playing around with ads and we'll be scaling your income so you can get to 6 or 7 figures very, very quickly. Just to go into a little bit more detail about these, week 1 in the introduction, I'm going to give you an overview of fashion blogging, all the misconceptions, all the need to know details, all the secrets no one tells you about. We're going to define your blog and the core purpose, and I'm going to go through and help you set up your social media and your web presence. In week 2, we'll go over picking your niche, where we define your core viewer. We really get inside their head, and then we learn exactly what content and products appeal to them, so we can be sure that your content is making money before you even create it. So we're not wasting any of your time, and so that you know that you will succeed before you even put in the work. And then in week 3, we'll be focusing on creating that successful content. So I'll be spoon feeding you exactly what content to create to generate views and sales. We'll go over why and how to do all of this. We'll go over how to guarantee real social media growth, the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to tell you all the ways, no secrets, and you can decide what methods you want to use for yourself. And we talk about how to use that viewer mindset to really start earning that income from your content today. In week 4, we have most things starting to fall together and we're implementing the monetization method. So in week 4, we're really getting into it and we're starting to get you some money coming back. We're building your core offer to create a really high earning fashion blog. We're crafting a tripwire, so something to increase sales and trust at the start of it. And we're going to go over how to maximize your acquisition and conversion rate. So we're going to teach you how to get views and sales and income very easily. And then in week 5, we're going to make sure you've got it all set up so that it's all functional and that you're earning money. We're going to walk through all of the software that I use, that other bloggers use, to get you up and running today. I'll give you all the legal documents that you could ever need to run a fashion blog, as well as a whole bunch of other things like automated email sequences and a whole bunch of other pre-written resources for you, so it's already done for you. And then in week 6, we just want to make you as much money as possible. We'll go over ads in depth and we'll go over scaling your income. We'll talk about how to position yourself as an authority to get those higher prices and those better conversions. And we're going to talk about how to use retargeting to make easy income and split testing your way to predictable income in 6 figures. So continuously improving on our ads and on our content so that it will only make better and better money and it will only get better and better. We achieve more in 6 weeks than most people do in 10 years. Honestly, the amount of bloggers that I know that will do this for 4 or 5 years and then give up with not a cent to show for all I've done, I guarantee you by the end of the 6 weeks, you'll have earned your money back And if you haven't, you'll get your full refund, you'll get to keep the course, and on top of that, I'll give you $100 to say sorry for wasting your time. But that's not even all. On top of that amazing course, on top of that amazing guarantee, I'm also going to give you a social blueprint master guide, and that goes into every aspect of social media in full detail, everything. I'm also going to give you the ultimate walkthrough to getting invited to Fashion Week. So if you've ever wanted to go to Fashion Weeks or get invited, I'm going to tell you exactly how, and I'm going to give you a template that will get you in every time. I'm also going to give you a step-by-step tutorial and pre-written template so you can land any brand deal as well. I'm really pushing selling affiliate products or your own service and things like that over, I guess, brand deals, but I am going to include this for you guys because I know it's something that's highly requested. And then as a huge added bonus, just for today, I'm going to throw in a one-on-one blog consultation from me. So I'm going to go over your blog or your idea, and I'm going to give you personalized feedback made specifically for you so you can be 100% sure that your blog will succeed. So today we have a special offer for the course. It's only for today's webinar attendees, so I would recommend getting in before it's gone because I'll be taking this down shortly. Otherwise, once it reaches 100 sales, it will close, as I like to work in a tight, close group. So the price for today is a low $397. This package is usually priced at $2,000 or slightly above if I'm chucking in those extras. Not only is this deal really good, but the reassurance that you have is that if you don't make this money back, I will refund you your full amount, you'll get to keep the course, and I will give you $100 to say sorry for wasting your time. Okay, guys? So you probably want to get it today whilst you can. I'm only letting 100 spots go this cheap, and then it'll be back up to the usual 2,000. And just to reiterate, there is no way you can lose on trying this product. You will get an income worth at least $400 a month within 42 days. And if you do this course and you don't, I will give you the $100 on top of your refund and the full course because I believe in this. So get started now for only $397 today before it goes up.